27 hours at times 32 speed. First up, poverty. Poverty has been an issue since the beginning of time, but now the issue is even larger. Poverty is like a zombie apocalypse, a virus that starts small but spreads throughout the region and causes death.
Poverty really affects us all. It affects us all in a couple of ways. One, a lot of us are at risk at some point again during our lives of experiencing poverty. But also the effects of poverty spread out to the rest of society. So we wind up paying a high price in a number of ways for having so many people that either experience poverty or are at risk of poverty. In terms of why there might be more risk today, if we look at certain things like job stability is much less than it used to be 30 years ago. So it used to be that oftentimes you would get a job and it was pretty secure and you could stay there for a good part of your career. Today we know that that's no longer the case, that jobs are much less secure than they used to be. It's also the case that health insurance is harder to get today. Other kinds of benefits are harder to get. And so what basically has happened is that more and more people are vulnerable in terms of economic problems occurring to them, and when they do occur, they're in much worse state than they were maybe 30 years ago. There's a couple reasons why people affects us all in a couple of ways.
I'm back. Poverty is a contagion that cannot be stopped. In order to end poverty, the government should gather all the poor people in one place and gas them all. Because following in Hitler's footsteps is obviously the way to solve problems. Holocaust number 2, the wipeout of the hobos. This idea is absolutely sane and will of course have numerous supporters. Just to name a few: Adolf Hitler, Osama bin Laden, Vladimir Lenin, Mao Zedong, Attila the Hutt, etc. These historical supporters have all the great things and have persistently fought against communists and all things war. Although this solution is great, I know that there are some possible haters, but it's okay because we love our haters. They might say that this idea is absolutely preposterous and that it is inhumane. Some might say we'll be outnumbered by the poor. They could revolt back at us or escape the cause of even more trouble than the original Holocaust. But really, do they really think a whole bunch of undernourished, hungry people would outbeat the whole bunch of healthy, strong people? No. If you want to learn more about railroads, click here. If you want to learn more about immigrants, click here. Looks like that's all the time we have. Thank you and good night.